Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Discover Your Asset webinar by Lifestyle Up. My name is Abioye Oke. I'm the CEO of Lifestyle Up and I'm reaching you today from the Lifestyle Up headquarters in Abuja, Nigeria. And today's edition promises to be interesting, fantastic, deep of new revelation, and of course, great thoughts you can use to expand the frontier of your career and of course your business. You know, at Lifestyle Up, we always say that knowledge must precede wealth, because should wealth precede knowledge, that wealth is absolutely at risk. And we have a special guest today, someone I have great respect for. So I just want to encourage you. I don't know where you're watching me from today, okay? Are you watching us from Abuja, from Lagos, from Port Harcourt, from Accra, Ghana, from Kenya, Nairobi in Kenya, from Banjul in the Gambia? Where are you watching us from? Let's make this as interactive as possible. Okay, just drop your location, your name, and of course what you are grateful for. Because trust me, this is the best time to be alive. And I'm so glad you are here at this time of your life, because this next few minutes is going to be one of your most productive minutes. You know, I always say that your time is your life. Once spent can never be regained. So today we'll be talking on how you can discover your real purpose, how you can expand the frontier of your career, your businesses, and even your life. Because your life is a critical component to the success of your business or your career. And we have a great motivator today. Okay, you'll be joining me virtually. You'll be joining me virtually from Lagos, okay? And I'm so happy that we can get him to be part of this edition of the Discover Your Asset webinar. He's a leader to a lot of leaders. He's a mentor of mentors. He has coached lot of organizations, lot of businesses. He has taken businesses from zero to greatness. And even at Lifestyle Up, we are delighted to have him as one of our corporate coaches at Lifestyle Up. And of course, virtually all our vision partners have got access to him via our Hub academic platform. He's someone I respect so much. He has personally impacted my life, and I have great, massive respect for. Ladies and gentlemen, with a smiling ovation, please join me as I welcome all the way from Lagos, Mr. Niyi Adesoya. Yes, sir.
It's you know, when the people who make sure that you stay in Lagos call you at any time, you must obey. You must obey. They say whoever pays the piper dictates the tone. So that's the situation here. So Abioye, thank you so much for this awesome opportunity to be here. And I must also commend your great works, the great works that you're doing. And you came into the market with a novel idea, a different kind of idea that people in the market are not even thinking about. And I must commend you for that. Appreciate you for all that, and also to your team, because like the Yorubas will say, one person cannot say we have come. So one person cannot say we have come. So that means that for you to be achieving whatever you're achieving right now, it's basically because you have tremendous people around you that are doing fantastically well. And I also must commend them. Particularly, let me say a big thank you also to Mr. Phillips. I am sure somewhere there and listening to this. So today in the Discover Your Asset webinar, I will particularly be going on the journey or branching to talk about discovering your real purpose, discovering your real purpose. And then we'll particularly look at this from the perspective of how you can take your business, life, and career to the next level. Now, you know, so many times we teach on discovering your purpose and they give you some clarity, how your purpose is and everything. But most of the time, that does not even translate into Naira and Kobo, and then does not even translate into fulfillment of life. So it is not just about discovering your purpose. It is more about how you can discover that purpose and then use that discovery to take your life, business, and career to the next level. Because if I discover, I have clarity, and I don't have results, it could be very frustrating. Before you know what's happening, the clarity that you had now become easy, clouded, because the most important thing is that you must know how to translate whatever knowledge that you have, whatever things that you are doing into results. You know, the Bible says this, it said that the labor of the foolish wearieth him because he does not know how to go into the city. The laborer was not foolish when he had clarity. He had clarity that he has to walk. He had clarity that he has to labor. He had clarity that he has to sweat. He had clarity that he has to till. He had clarity that he has to plant. He has clarity that he has to water. He had clarity that he has to harvest. But the foolishness came when he couldn't translate those martial value. He does not know how to go into the city. So not knowing how to move to the next level in his career made him foolish, made him foolish. But it's not just enough for us to have clarity, for us to know our purposes. It's also very important for us to always have it at the back of our mind that the end game here is result and result and result alone. I am I am the stickler. I'm an advocate for results, and that's why I always tell people the only way to silence, way to be distinguished in whatever field you find yourself is to produce results. So therefore, no result, no respect. No result, no respect. If you don't have a result, nobody will respect you. So the first thing I would like to say here is that result is important. Result is something you cannot do without, but you must know how you must attain this result. And then in attaining this result is basically moving your career, business, and what's it called, life to the next level. And I have used this formula several times to change people's trajectory in life. I've used this formula to help people move from lack to plenty. I mean, from lack to prosperity, if you put it that way. I've used this formula to help people change backwardness into being on the front line. I've used this to do a whole lot of things. So it's a time-tested principle, which I've also used in my business. I've also used in my career. And to the glory of God, I think right now in Nigeria, I can boldly say I'm the highest paid business coach in Nigeria. Two, I have the most expensive ticket when it comes to the knowledge industry in Nigeria. Three, I think also that in Africa, I am amongst the A-list motivational speakers in this country. Now, that was not the story 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So I engaged this formula on my own, and I've been able to move my business and whatever I do into that category of the next level for me, and I'm still using it. So we're going to be absolutely looking at this and seeing how we can use this to move ourselves to the next level, and more importantly, to gain more results. More result will be more results oriented. So good. I will have taken some questions, but or comment, but the situation we find ourselves here does not allow that for now. So we just move on. So discovering your purpose. Most importantly, I'm going to be focusing on taking your business and career, your business life and career to the next level. Now, the formula, it's actually called the peak performance blueprint. the peak performance blueprint. It's also called the individual competitiveness formula. It depends on what you want to say, what you want to use it at. Also, you can also use it, the formula for the next level, the formula to take your business, whether you're a businessman, although I like talking to businessmen alone. Now, whichever one place you find yourself, this formula works for you. It will take you to your next level, take you to your next level. And when you look at it, it's simple, straightforward, simple. What you know plus how you express what you know, multiplied by who you know and who knows you. What you know plus how you express what you know, multiplied by who you know and who knows you. Now, like I said, evergreen formula. I've been teaching this thing for the past 15 years, and it has worked like magic. It has worked like magic. So we take it one by one. We understand, what do you know? What do you know? And then we'll go into how you express it. And then now we now measure on who you know and who knows you. So the first thing here is for us to look at what you know. Now, one thing you need to realize at this point is that the performance of any product is restricted by the limitation our ignorance has placed on the function of that product. So that tells you something, that even if you have a good gadget, like I have here, I have a S21 Ultra phone, Samsung. Now, as powerful as this phone is, I'm sure I'm not using it to the optimum level. And the reason is so simple, because I don't know this phone as I ought to know. I don't have a powerful knowledge of this phone. So my limitation of my knowledge about this phone is limiting its performance. That does not mean this phone cannot work, cannot do much more than I'm using it to do. But it just tells me that my knowledge of the phone has limited its performance. Same thing with our life. The more you know about who you are, the more you know about your career, the more you know about your business, the more you know about your person as an individual, the more you can get the best out of you and out of your career. You know, I had this encounter with a protege of mine so many years back, and those were the days of BlackBerry. BlackBerry. I had BlackBerry Bolt 2, Bolt 2. She was using a Javelin, BlackBerry, and she was doing so much with that Javelin. I was wondering, wow, I couldn't even talk, but she was doing much more on the Javelin that I was doing with my Bolt 2. So I got back to the office and I told them in the office, you know what, guys, you guys need to change my phone, upgrade my phone from BlackBerry to Javelin, upgrade it. And my staff told me that they were laughing. That's how your phone is an upgrade of Javelin BlackBerry. So at that point, it dawned on me that it was not the problem of my phone. It was my knowledge that placed a limitation on my phone. And then that's what most people go through and they do not understand. The more you know about yourself, the more you can raise your performance level, the more you can move your business, you can move your life, and you can move your career to the next level. So every one of us must spend time in understanding yourself, understanding what makes you tick, and understanding what makes you think. You must understand your strengths, your weaknesses. You must understand where you can thrive, where you cannot thrive. And this particularly helps you to manage your energy. Manage your energy. Because I'll talk more about that as we go on. But one thing people need to realize, that there is no big deal, so-called, in your creativity. You know why? Because you're not the most creative person. You're not the only one who's even got that idea. Whenever an idea is released, it's released to about a minimum of 1,001 people per time. But the one who prosper, who flourish with that idea, is the one that is bold enough to move, or has enough energy to be able to actualize what the idea is all about. There's nothing big about your creativity. There's nothing big about your confidence. There's nothing big about anything. But the most important thing here is that you know how to raise your energy level. You know where your energy is being depleted, and you know where your energy is being doubled. So once you're aware of that, you have that knowledge, you're better off than most people, and then you can get more results. So that's the number one thing. What do you know? What do you know? When we talk about knowledge, we're talking about two kinds of knowledge. We're talking about the knowledge of you and the knowledge of yours. Knowledge of you. I said that you must understand who you are, you must understand your strengths and your weakness, you must understand your physiological and psychological makeup. You must understand what makes you tick, you must understand where your strengths are and where your weaknesses lie, and you must know where to play when you get into the big field. I cannot go into a field and begin to play to my weaknesses. I will always push you back to my strengths. I will always push you back to I will never be in the public space and expose my weaknesses or my weak points. And you know why that is possible? Because I have an idea of what my weaknesses are. But do you have a knowledge of you? And then there's something called the knowledge of yours, the knowledge of your career, the knowledge of your boss, the knowledge of your market space, the knowledge of your playing field, the knowledge of your competitors, the knowledge of your contemporaries, the knowledge of the new entry into your space, the knowledge of the what's it called, the game changers in your space. All those knowledge must be acquired for you to move to your next level. Whatever business you find yourself, whatever career you find yourself, you must understand this. First, understand yourself. Understand what you have, understand what you can do, understand your strengths and your weaknesses, and then you must take a step further to understanding your career, your environment, your what's it called, your bosses, and then your market space. Many of us get to a point that we know ourselves so well, but we have not taken time to understand our what's it called, our environment, and because of that, we are not getting the best out of our knowledge. No matter how much you love Apple, Apple can never grow in Western Nigeria. No matter how much you love Apple, the environment is not conducive for Apple to grow in Western Nigeria. I said Western Nigeria because some people corrected me that Apple can grow in Jos. So Western Nigeria, it can never grow there. So you must understand that the environment you operate is absolutely important going forward. Now that's about knowledge, and I know everything about lifestyle asset up is all about giving you enough knowledge, giving you enough understanding of where you are. So we can't dig deep into that yet because everything we do here is about knowledge and everything. But let us move on to the next part of the equation. Is remember we said what you know plus how you express what you know, how you express it. It's absolutely important. Now, you want to raise your game. You have acquired the knowledge of you and the knowledge of yours. You understand the product called you. You understand your environment. You understand your career. You understand your bosses. You understand every one of those people, all those aspects of life. But the next thing you must always gun for is for you to know how to express your knowledge, how to express your knowledge. If you're a career person, the reason why you're not being promoted, the reason why you're not being given that opportunity at that highest level could be because you are not expressing the fact that you know some things. Because actually, your promotion is all about perception of your bosses about you. So if you know, but I, as your boss, do not perceive that you know, as far as my world is is concerned, you do not know. So it is one thing for you to know, it's a different ballgame entirely, and to be confident that you actually know. So if you know, but I do not know that you know, and your money is in my hands, your promotion is in my hands, you will never get it. So it is your job to show me that you know. And in doing that, it's all about maximizing your expressions. Maximizing your expression. You must be able to maximize your knowledge and express it very well. Maximize the expression of your knowledge. And there are 4 things here that I think you can quickly start to do to raise your game, to put your business ahead of others, or to bring it to the next level. The first one is communication. Communication. Second is creativity. Third is confidence. And fourth is culture. I will explain this. Let me start with communication. Communication. Look, no matter what you know, if you cannot convince me or tell me, that thing that you know will rust inside you, will die inside you. So you just got an MBA. You must be able to communicate the value of that MBA to me in the office. Oh, you are the best contractor to deal with this kind of building? Oh, really? I'm not just going to look at the papers. You must be able to come and communicate to me that you are the best contractor that can deal with this contract. Because look, what you know is always limited by the way you communicate what you know. What you know is either limited or amplified by the way you communicate what you know. If you know 10,000 things, but you cannot communicate it well, then it is assumed that you do not know 10,000 things. It is assumed that you know 3,000 or 2,000 things, or probably 10 things. And then there's this other guy or other lady who does not know 10,000, but knows probably 5,000 things. But this person can communicate very well, and this person comes and communicates so well that we assume that the person knows 20,000 things. In the realm of results, in the realm of rewards, the person who knows 5,000 but can communicate very well gets the 20,000 reward. Why you who's got 10, because you can't communicate very well, you may get 2,000 reward or even no reward at all. So that's why everyone who actually wants to get to the next level of their life, raise their business to the next level, must be given to communication, communication, communication. And let me just drop this when it comes to communication. There are basically 3 things that we deal with when it comes to communication. They are like the foundation of communication. And your tone, your words, the words that you speak, your tone, and then your body language. Your words, your tone, and then your body language. Now, interestingly, your words only carry 7% impact. 7%. Your words, 7%. Your 38%. Your tone has 38% impact. And then your body language has 55%. I'll repeat that. Your tone, your words, 7% impact. In other words, the grammar, your accent, your diction, and all those things, that's 7% impact. The tone with which you convey your words, your communication, has 38% impact. 38% impact. While your body language has 55%. Now, all those 3 things must be deployed when you're communicating, especially verbally, must be conveyed. Now, your tone is important. Now, you see, word 7%, tone 38, that gives you 45%. That tells me that if you just labor only on the kind of words that you speak, you're not going to get the kind of impact that you want, because that's just only 7%. Now, you must now begin to focus on the tone. And the tone is so powerful. It's as powerful as convincing people or making people draw towards you or believe in you. Because have you ever considered it that although these two sentences have the same words, but they have two different meaning? I mean, sentences like, I am sorry, and I am sorry. Same words, same constructions, same alphabets, same everything, but two different meaning. I love you, and I love you. Same words, two different meaning. So it's not about your words, actually, it's about the tone with which you say it. So that's why we tell people you cannot successfully apologize to somebody that you're still very much angry with. You'll be saying the right words, but the tone will not convey the right emotions. And once the tone does not convey the right emotions, you know what? You're not expressing yourself perfectly. Then we'll have what we call 55%, which is your body language, your facial expression, and all this boils down to people even measuring how confident you are. And we'll talk more about the confidence as we move on, how confident you are, because by the time you begin to talk, it is not about your words, actually. Your tone and your body language has a lot to do. That's why you see somebody, he does not even know as much as you do, but because he just believes that for here today, they could take, no, we must die. This place, we have to get the results. And then he said, but do you know what they're going to ask for? I know a little, but no matter what, when I get in there, it's me and them. And because of that body language, that energy level, it gets there and you're wondering, these people did not even drill this guy because he was able to overwhelm them with his body language. And it's very important for us to know, and that's 55%. Guys, there's a difference between, just imagine that I'm telling you, please come here, please come here, please come here, please come here. Will you come? You will come. You know what? Because action speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. So you must be able to use your body language, use your tone to convey your message. And that makes your communication more powerful, makes your communication more desirable. So that's one about communication. And then we'll move on to the next one in expressing yourself, which is your creativity. Your creativity. Now, look, there is nothing new under the sun, like they say. But we have always seen new things under the sun. We have always seen new things, new innovations under the sun. We've seen new innovations that people have been able to create new playing field. We've been able to create something that's an improvement of what has been there. There is nothing new under the sun, but there is always an improvement of what is under the sun. An improvement of what is under the sun. That's where your creativity comes in. As somebody who wants to express themselves, you must realize that your creativity is very, very important. And in raising your creativity, you must know the things that can enhance it, that can strengthen it. And number one, for you to be creative, you need to be in the midst of creative people. You need to be doing creative things. You need to be hanging around people who are absolutely creative. You need to if you have to pay for a seat on the table, you need to quickly do that. Make sure you are fraternizing in the midst of creative people, because some way or somehow, I think creativity is contagious. I think creativity is contagious. That's one. Two, you must also look at things around you when you understand yourself, things that can enhance your creativity, that can help you boost it and take you probably to the next level. Things like what you eat. I always tell people, you want to boost your creativity, then you need to start looking at what do you eat? What do you eat? What the kind of food you eat is very important. And what you drink is very important. Your exercise is very important. And then that's why you can't be doing too much of fizzy drinks. You need to take enough water, because when a man is dehydrated, he cannot be creative. You need to do more of protein rather than carbohydrates. I always tell people this, especially those of us who are in Nigeria. When you have taken apple or gari or every pounded yam, the next thing your body wants to do is not to think. The next thing your body wants to do is to sleep. Because that's heavy carbs. So your body does not think, your body begins to hibernate when you are taking carbohydrates. So you need to know how you can make sure you take more protein rather than carbohydrate if you want to aid your thinking. And also music also helps. Music also helps. There was a research that was carried out. I can't remember the people who did it, but they were studying on classical music, the Mozart kind of music. And they realized that music that are music with beats less than 60 beats per minute can help you with your creativity. What do I mean by music that are less than 60 beats per minute? That means you look at your the stick that counts the seconds of your wristwatch, and you look at it. Any music that is faster than that may not help your thinking, may not help your ability to be creative. Now, just take any song. Uh, uh, what song now? What song now? You guys give me one song. Okay. I'm trying to figure out one song. Okay. How might someone give me a song? Yeah. Any kind of song, just sing one. Huh? Um, I have a dream, a song to sing. You can see it's slower than the 60 beat per minute. And all these songs that pass me your love, chile chile, pass me your love, hey, wait, pass me your love. That is faster than the 60 beat per minute. So all the songs that we normally sing probably in Nigeria may not help your creativity. So you need classical, slow Mozart songs, Mozart kind of songs to be able to move you into that point of creativity, because you must create that atmosphere that can make you creative. Remember, you're trying to express your knowledge, and your knowledge needs to have a creative bent or a creative approach for people to be able to embrace you in this overcrowded market or overcrowded career that you have found yourself. Then the next one is your confidence level. Confidence is something that you cannot trade with. Sometimes you may not know so much, but because you exhibit so much confidence, people just assume that you know. There's so many times that some questions I don't even know. I mean, I'm in a gathering and then people just assume that I'm so intelligent that you would know that. I'm looking at them. I wish they knew I don't even have an answer to that question. But they just assume that you know. They just assume that you can do things. Why? Because of your confident level. And then when we look at this confident level, you need to start looking at 5 hurdles that you must cross to be very confident. To be very confident. The first hurdle is the psychological hurdle. The second one is the intellectual hurdle. The third is the philosophical hurdle. The fourth is the physique hurdle. And the fifth is the spiritual order. Now, the psychological order is when you begin to talk to yourself. That's more about interpersonal skills. You talk to yourself, intrapersonal skills and interpersonal skills. Talk to yourself over and over and over and over again. Charge up yourself to the point where you know that, look, I have what it takes. I am a good person. I'm going somewhere. I can make things happen. Things are looking for me. That is one of the way you can psych up yourself psychologically. Because if you're defeated psychologically, you're already defeated in life. But if you're not defeated psychologically, it's just a matter of time, your confidence level will rise. And let me just say this, your productivity is directly proportional to your confidence level. Everything equal or not equal, every other thing equal or not equal, your productivity is directly proportional to your confidence level. There's nothing you can do about it. Once your confidence level goes up, your productivity goes up. Once your confidence level nosedives, your productivity nosedives. So when you look at productivity going down, your performance is going down, then you need to look at your confidence level. That also has already taken a dip before the productivity comes along with it. So you must be able to psych up yourself. Two, you must have the right philosophy for life. Philosophy for life means that you must know why you are here. You must know why you're doing that career. You must know why you're in that kind of business. Because all of us cannot make the same kind of money. All of us cannot be making all the billions at the same time. Everybody, so you can't afford to compare yourself with other people, because the more you compare yourself with other people, the more you lose control of your life. And now, yeah, simply put, I can't judge you based on the kind of car you drive, that you're superior than me or better than me because you drive a Rolls Royce and I drive probably a Honda Civic. I would love to drive a Rolls Royce rather than Honda Civic though, but that should not be your measurement of a yardstick of your measurement, because if you go that route, you have already surrendered your control over your confidence level. And the person who's driving a Rolls Royce controls you and tells you what to do. And at that point, you are not in charge of your expression. A popular speaker said this, I think it's TDJ, said it's your emotions is too much power to hand over to another man. Whoever controls your emotions has the remote control of your life. So if I'm judging myself with my friend or my neighbor's result of performances, that means that neighbor or that friend controls my life. We came for different assignments, and everybody needs to realize that. And once you realize that, you do not judge yourself based on what you've done. You judge yourself based on what you're supposed to be doing, not based on what they've done. And that's why we say this, that nobility is not in you being better than me. I mean, being noble is not in you being better than me. Nobility comes when you are better than your yesterday. When you're better than your yesterday. So you have to have that at the back of your mind, and you must have the right philosophy for life, because if you don't have the right philosophy for life, your confidence level would be at the mercy of situation, will be at the mercy of circumstances. And that is too risky in this game of performance, in this game of results, in this game of moving your career, your business to that next level. So we talked about philosophy, we talked about your intellect, and that's what we started with, your knowledge base. You must know, you must know, you must know. You must have the intellectual capacity. There is something called the breadth and the depth of knowledge. The breadth and the depth of knowledge. You must have that. The breadth or depth of knowledge is knowing something about everything and knowing everything about something. Knowing something about everything and knowing everything about something. Now, in your fields, you must have the depth of knowledge. I mean, if you are, I'm a business coach, I'm a leadership expert, so I should know everything about how a business can pick up, a business can be profitable, a business can thrive. How to know about so much about leadership, what the leadership should be, a leader should be thinking about, the kind of new theory and everything going on in the leadership and circle. I should know. I should know. And that is my depth of knowledge. Nobody should be able to come up with a theory or a new approach to leadership that I'm not aware of. If that is the case, then I lose my position in expressing myself. But in as much as I'm into that business coaching, business reengineering, business consulting, and leadership, my knowledge should not just be deep. My knowledge should also have breadth. And that is knowing something about everything. You know, the other one is knowing everything about something, and then knowing something about everything. And knowing something about everything, that actually includes whether it is law, whether it is technology, whether it is current affairs, whether it is medicine. I must have a little bit of knowledge about everything. You know what that does for you? That means when you are in a gathering with doctors, you will not just be found wanting. You can always make your own idea. Most of the time, it's the little thing that you know that you begin to ask questions around. And before you know something, you just feel that this guy is intelligent. How come you know so much about medicine? They don't know that you don't know so much about medicine, you just know a little bit about medicine. So that's very important for us to know. You must know something about everything. You must know something about everything. And let's leave that about intellect. And we talk about the physique. Physique is having regular exercises, making sure that you're in the right shape, making sure that you have enough energy flowing within you, making sure that you are thriving in your mental state. And also the physique also includes your dress sense. And this is lifestyle asset lifestyle. It's all about your lifestyle, your dressing, your dress sense must be impeccable. You must know the right colors to wear. You must know the right colors to wear when you're going. For instance, I had an encounter with a young guy, and then he came to meet me in my office so many years back, and he said, sat in the office for 4 hours. I didn't even know he waited for 4 hours. I didn't even know he waited for 4 hours. Said he waited for 4 hours, and then when I saw him, I said, "Oh, how are you?" He said, "Sir, I'm going for an interview tomorrow, and I came here for your advice." I said, interesting. I said, "Where is the interview?" He mentioned the place, a telecoms company. I said, good. I said, "Do you have a green tie?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Wear it." Then I left. "Do you have a green tie?" "Wear it." And I left. He said he was angry. So I waited 4 hours to listen to the tie, the color of tie I'm supposed to wear. I didn't know he was angry. I didn't know he waited 4 hours. I just saw him. I said, "Wow, you're here." So I advised and I left. Thank God he listened. He said, when he got to that interview, he said the first 5 minutes was a discussion about the style. Because he was going to a place where the brand color is green. And they saw somebody who came in with a green tie. And then, you know what? There is a conscious and unconscious connection, subconscious connection with that color, because that color is something that resonates positively with the people there, because that color is the brand that puts bread and butter and wine on their table. So once you have it, there is an immediate connection with you. And he said for 5 minutes, that was the discussion about the style. Needless to say more, not to say more, he got the job. And then the rest, like they say, is history. So you must know the right colors, the right dress, the kind of food you eat also, and then excess, very important that you eat. Eating after 7 p.m. maybe a no-no for you. Eating starch, maybe a no-no for you. I hope I'm not talking to somebody on this timeline, on this platform right now. Maybe a no-no for you. So you need to be aware of that. And the last one, which I will not labor on, is the spiritual side of it. I'm a Christian, and I don't hide that, and I always tell people this. When push comes to shove, when all the principles are not working, I know how to run back to the rock that is higher than I. Because My Bible says that when my heart is overwhelmed, Lord, please lead me to the rock that is higher than I know how to hide under the shadow of the Almighty. I know how to go back into my closet and commune with the extraterrestrial realm, with my God. And then my God gives me that solace, that confidence, and restore my confidence, and probably gives me an instruction of what to do next. That cannot be compromised. Anybody who does not have that should always try to go for that. And that's very important. Those are the 5 things you do to attain confidence level. So when we talk about culture, culture is not here. Culture actually is, so many years back, sorry guys, so many years back, I read a book by Patrick Monnier. Is a former senator of I want to say Federal Republic of Nigeria, no, United States of America. He said in that book, the central conservative truth is that it is not politics, but culture that will change or determine development of a nation or an individual. The central liberal truth is that it is, central conservatism is that it is culture and not leadership that would determine the development of a nation or an individual. I now went on to say that the central liberal truth is that culture, leadership can work on culture and deliver culture from itself. What does that mean? That means that for you to develop, for you to go to that next level, we need to start looking at your belief system. We need to look at your believability about yourself. We need to look at your core values. We need to look at your the norms with which you live your life. If those norms, those values, those way of thinking, those attitudes are wrong, it is almost 100% that you will not move to the next level. So the next level is the end point, but the process in going to that next level is that culture, is that way of thinking, is that norm that you live your life with, is that values, are those values that you have positioned or you are working on a daily basis to make sure that you get things done. So this is every producer or every industrialist who produce anything always make sure that the processes are intact. Because once the processes are intact, then the product is always almost guaranteed will come out well. If the processes are faulty, then the product will always be faulty. So you want to move to the next level, you want to express yourself, make sure that you have the right values, you have the right norms, you have that strong believability, you have the right culture. Because culture itself is what determines the change and the progress in any human being that you have on this planet Earth. So what am I trying to say? You can express what you know without having the good communication, the good creativity, sound creativity, confidence, and then having the right values. All those things are very, very important. And then we move to probably the final shot for today, which is the knowledge, the people side, the social skills. Remember our formula. I'm going back to our formula now. Remember our formula, where we started with?
Okay, now, before Mr. Ani concludes on that very vital point, he said something very striking, that who you know and what you know is very critical. Most people are still struggling with their desires to creating massive wealth today because of the limitation of what they know. Now, let me show you a very unique platform we pioneered at Lifestyle Up. Like Mr. Nee said at the introduction, that we enter the industry with some very disruptive, innovative, creative ideas. Now, let me show you a unique community, a fantastic ecosystem we are building at Lifestyle Up, okay, and I will show you two of those ecosystems, and I think you will find them very useful. Let me talk to you first about our extra luxury package that enables you to own a tastefully finished 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment in different locations in Nigeria, in Ghana, and other parts of Africa. Please check this out. All right, welcome back. Now, I know you'll be wondering that, okay, Abioye, Mr. Nee, how can I own one of these fantastic edifices I just saw? Now, there are four packages actually I would like to talk to you about today that enables you to own one or even multiple of those terrace duplexes I just showed you. They are eco-friendly, they are smart apartments, it comes with home automation, okay, and it's something that is an apartment that is very functional, that befits the kind of lifestyle we all really want to lead. Now, there is a package we call the Big League package. Okay, this Big League package are designed for people that just want to protect their wealth against the impact of inflation. Okay, they just want to buy the apartment outrightly. Okay, so the price varies between $136,000 to $236,000. Okay, and the CD and Naira equivalents are clearly displayed on the screen right now. Okay, so whereby you pay the sum of let's assume $236,000 in exactly 8 to 10 months or 18 months, depending on the dynamics of which of the structure of duplexes we are giving to you, and your keys will be ready. Now, when your keys are delivered to you, in the contract we sign with you from day one, there is what we call the 7 days appraisal period. So about within 7 days, if you are impressed with what we have done, then voila, you return our check, okay, our performance bond check back to us. Now, if within 7 days, you are so disappointed with the quality of the apartment we have delivered to you, our contract simply says that present that very check at the bank 45 working days after the day you rejected the apartment, and you simply cash out. What that simply means is that at Lifestyle Up, we give you what we call buy-back guarantee. That is the Big League package. Now, we have a second package we call the Elite VVIP package, whereby you sign up with the sum of $44,000. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% on each of them. Voila, you also qualify for your apartment, okay? Sign up with $44,000. You can see the Naira and the CD equivalent on the screen. Then, of course, you recommend 4 people. You earn 5% on each of them, and you qualify for your apartment, okay? Then we have a third package we call the VVIP package, whereby you sign up with the sum of $11,000. You recommend 4 of your friends. Your 4 friends recommend their 4, then you qualify for your apartment, okay? You subscribe with the sum of 11,000 US dollars with the Naira and the CD equivalent on the screen right now. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% commission on each of them. And those 4 friends of yours recommend their 4 each. So it's power of 4. The day the 16th person sign up in your second generation, as illustrated on the screen, then you qualify for your apartment. Then we have the final package we call the VIP package, whereby you sign up with the sum of 5,500 US dollars. You recommend 3 of your friends. Your 3 friends recommend that 3, making 9. Then those 9 recommend that 3, making 27. Then you qualify for your apartment. Let me rephrase. You subscribe with the sum of 55,000 US dollars. You recommend 3 of your friends. You earn 10% on each of them. Then those 3 friends recommend that 3 each, making 9. When the 9th man signed up, you earn what we call a leadership bonus of 5,500 US dollars. Then of course, those 9 recommend that 3 each, making 27. Then you qualify for your apartment. Now, all these leverage packages of Elite VVIP, VVIP and VIP, there are a lot of other big, massive benefits built into them. To discover these benefits, I want to encourage you to please contact your friends that share this webinar link with you today. Then of course, they will be more than happy to educate you on how you can qualify for a fantastic car, international vacations, and every other benefit. Thank you so very much. That is how you can own one of those apartments I just showed you. And of course, I look forward to working with you by the time you subscribe and become a vision partner at Lifestyle Up. Now, before Mr. Neya Adesonya conclude today's session for us, I would like to quickly show you our solid refuge ecosystem that allows you to own a luxury 3-bedroom flat apartment using these simple steps I'll be sharing with you very shortly. Please check this out. Wow, mind-blowing structure, right? Fantastic. You know, like I always say, if we are very serious about reducing the housing deficit and giving more people access into the best part of town, we need to start doing what? Building vertically. And Solid Refuge helps us to achieving that. Now, let me quickly talk to you about 4 ways to owning one of those flat apartments. First is what we call the Big Haven, which is the outright purchase option, whereby you subscribe with the sum of $89,000 US dollars, between $89,000 US dollars and $111,000 US dollars, okay? So the price ranges from locations to location, okay? Now, in 18 months, your keys are delivered to you. We have a contract with you with a buyback guarantee and performance bond. Then we have 3 leverage packages like we have for the duplex, okay? We have Avon 3.0, whereby you will subscribe with a sum of $27,500 US dollars. You recommend 4 of your friends that made the same subscription, then you qualify for your apartment. Okay, very simple. Then we have Avon 2.0, whereby you subscribe with a sum of $6,200 US dollars. Okay, you recommend 4 of your friends that made the same subscription. You earn 5% commission on each of them. Then those 4 recommend their 4, also making 16 in your second generation. Then you qualify for your own flat apartment. Then we have Avon 1.0, whereby you subscribe with the sum of $3,100 US dollars. You recommend 3 of your friends. You earn 5% commission on each of them. Then those 3 friends of yours recommend their own 3, making 9. You earn a leadership bonus at that point. Then those 9 recommend their 3, making 27. The day the 27th person signed up, you qualify for your own apartment. To learn more about this unique, leverage, creative, innovative system we have brought into the real estate sector of our dear continent and of course the globe, I want you to please contact our vision partner, your friends that invited you to today's webinar, and of course they will talk to you on how you can get started, and tell them that Abioye said you should explain to me the integrated point system. They will even tell you how you can also qualify by accumulating points to the point of qualification. Thank you so very much for being a great sport today. Now let's quickly conclude today's edition with Mr. Niyi Adesoya.
Yeah. What you know plus how you express it, multiplied by who you know and who knows you. Now, very, 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 very powerful, very, very explicit, very, very interesting at this point. When you look at the formula, you see what you know plus how you express it is arithmetic progression. Yeah. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. But by the time you get into this aspect of this formula, it now takes you from arithmetic progression into geometric progression. This is where compound interest begins to fall in. This is where the dimension, this is where you're not calculating your steps again. You're just soaring, flying, and then you're wondering, people are wondering, what is happening to it? Now, this is how it works. What you know, plus if you're expressing what you know, you are going to be predictable. People are going to be able to predict you. And sometimes when you're predictable and people know your next step, you may not always succeed. If whatever you do is expected of you to do, then your success is a bit limited. But by the time you get into the geometric angle, you're not predictable. Nobody can even explain you. This is at the point where, excuse me, although 2 plus 2, 2 and 2 for that other person is 4. My own 2 and 2, 2 is 4. But that is the only time we are mates. That's the only time we're mates. By the time the person is putting 4 and 4 together and is getting 8, when I put my own 4 and 4 together, because I'm in the geometric progression, I am getting 16. And if the person get angry, I said, oh, how can you get 16? So he puts their 8 and 8 together to get 16. When I put my own 16 and 16 together, I'm getting 252. You know what? We can never meet. You can never catch up. So that is why no matter how much you know, what you know, no matter how expressive you are, what you know, you must realize that social skills, knowing people and people knowing you takes your game to the next level, takes your business to the next level, takes your life to the next level, takes your career to the next level. So you must be out to build social skills, social connection, and social capital. Because what you know is always amplified by the people you know. So that's why we always encourage businessmen to always pay for a seat in any room that you know people get results. You pay for a seat there. If you have to get in there because you know this is the place where things happen, then you must get in there. You must be well connected, because the best guy does not get the best job. It's the best guy with the best network, the best guy with the best relationship, the best connection that gets the best job. This must sink in. This must be something you embrace. And that's where most people miss it. Career people miss it here. I know so much. I am making my contribution. I am getting my goals. Look, when you meet your target and you meet your goal, they give you rewards. They give you cars, they give you fridges, they give you TVs, they give you all that. They even give you an all expense paid trip to anywhere. But by the time you now move into this realm, that is when they begin to give you a seat in the room that decisions are made. Because look at it, if someone in that room does not have your back, you can't have a seat there. I mean, in that room, where decisions are made. If somebody in there does not have your back, you can't have a seat there. And you must also realize this, that when decisions are made that would increase you or decrease you, you are not always in that room. Yeah. The decisions that will make you big or make you small, when those decisions are made, you are not always in that room. So it is wisdom for you to make sure that there is somebody in that room that will fight for you, that has got your back. Very important, guys. Very, very important. You understand this? You understand almost every other thing, because it's not about your versatility or your dexterity or your magnanimity or your intelligence. It's not about that. It's not about the people that can amplify that intelligence or that can amplify that life that you say you have. And that's why I always teach this. And I hope it's okay if I teach this. From Ecclesiastics, the Bible, chapter 9, I think verse 11. He said, the race is not to the swift, neither the battle to the strong. He said, bread is not even to the wise, or the people of skills don't even make an headway. And now concluded that the people that actually makes an headway are the people that time and chance happens to. And that word time and chance means the people who are at the right place at the right time. And I had it, the right place, the right time, with the right set of people. And you who came in there must also have the right set, the right mindset. When you have those four things, the right place, the right people, you having at the right time, and you having the right mindset, boom, magic works. Because most of the things that would change your life are not going to be taught, are not going to be taught. T-A-U-G-H-T. Most of the things that would change your life are going to be caught. C-A-U-G-H-T. And you catch by observation, by being in that environment, by being in that room. The race is not to the swift, the battle is not to the strong. Time and chance, being at the right place, at the right time, with the right set of people, makes all the difference. Makes all the difference. To buttress my point, I would just like to show you some of the richest men that you've seen around. Now we have, he presently is the richest man in the world right now because he has $191 billion, and Elon Musk has $190 billion right now. So he has taken over. Now, when you look at him very well, look at them. When you look at, I'm talking about Jeff Bezos. Someone say, okay, how did he get there? He had help. He was at the right place. He was born into the right place at the right time with the right set of people. Look at his family background. He had help. His maternal ancestors, they own 25,000 acres of ranch in Texas. That's huge. His maternal grandfather is a regional director, not regional ancestor. Forgive me about that. Regional director of the Atomic Energy Commission. Worked for the DARPA. And his maternal grandfather laid the foundation for what became the internet. It's internet, not intercept. Forgive my typos. The internet. Now, if you have your grandson living with you, and then you know that what you guys are working on is going to be a revolutionary thing in the next 20 or 30 years, what kind of course or what kind of book will you be allowing your grandson to be reading? Things that will be relevant, because you know that what you're working on is going to shake the world. And Jeff spent his early youth life with him. Now you can see being at the right place at the right time, the right set of people is absolutely important. And some of us don't have this privilege to be born with family that has 25 acres, but sometimes we have to pay for a seat in that place so that we can have that recognition. Now, Aliko Dangote also. Check him out. The great-grandson of Alhaji Dantata, the richest African at the time of his death in 1955. And you can hear everybody saying that, you know what, he got, $3,000 at 1978, blah, blah, this and that. You must have heard that several times. Now you need to ask yourself, what can $3,000 buy? Now, if you convert it with the inflation rate, you realize that $3,000 can buy a car there. And I look at it today that even if it's Toyota Camry or Toyota Camry, the latest Toyota Camry, if you don't have like 30 million cash, you will not be able to buy Toyota Camry. Now, if you give me 30 million naira to start a business, I think I can make an headway. I can make an headway. So he had a good start. He was born probably to the right family at the right time. And then they make sure that he had the right attitude so that they can thrive. You know, I was speaking one day with the richest woman in Nigeria, and I was sharing this, and then she came on stage and she was saying that, no, I didn't get an inheritance from my family. I didn't do this and do that. I was just looking. I said, look, even if you don't get one kobo or 1 cent as inheritance from your family, for the fact that your family is rich is an advantage. I mean, you don't have to think about what to eat. You don't have to think about what to drink. You don't have to think about the clothes to wear. Some of us are distracted by that. We have to go look for our school fees ourselves. And at that point, when we're looking for our school fees, the people who were born there were not looking, they were just cruising along. So, Bill Gates, you must have heard about him. His dad, successful lawyer, mom, a director in a bank, and his maternal grandfather, a national bank president. So when I hear people say that Bill Gates dropped from school, it's not because of money. It was because of his idea was too much. He had a good background. And some of the things that we even read, we understood that it was his mom that influenced his first contract with IBM. You must do it. He's my son. Probably they wanted loan. So if you want this loan, or probably they wanted the support. If you want this, then my son is like this. So you must do this for my son, or else you don't get this. For those of us who don't have all these people, We must be able to create our own relationship. It's very important. Whenever I teach this, nobody moves to the next level without people. People don't get to the top. People are brought to the top. People don't get to the top. People are brought to the top. We must understand this. And this will help you move your life, your business, and your career to the next level. Move it to the next level. Move it to the next level. And then let me just say this in closing. I have some slide after this, but I don't think we want to go into that because that will take us another 1 hour or so. Let me also say this. Um, so many people say passion, 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 and everything, clarity. Look, I will advise you, whatever your hands find to do right now, do it. Whatever gives you money, go ahead and get the money because you need money to be able to push your passion. People say, okay, people will come and meet me and say, can I resign my job? This is not my passion. I say, you better stay there and get all the money that is enough, save enough money to be able to take care of you when you're running with your passion, because most of the time your passion will not give you the money. And we need to let people know that. This is not my purpose, but is it giving you money right now? Yeah, if it's giving you money right now, save that money up before you start pursuing your purpose. Before you start going for purpose, first go for your pocket. Fill that up. Sell the houses that we have in lifestyle of. Oh, I don't like selling, but you have the connection. Sell. Oh, I like to do this. I like to do that. Sell the houses. Get the commission. Put it aside so that when you now start running your passion or your purpose, it will be easy. Because I tell you, many purposes have been frustrated for lack of resources, And we have misled people. No, 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 leave whatever you're doing. Go for your passion. Go for your purpose. Go for this and that. And many people have been frustrated. Please, whatever brings you money, it's your purpose and your passion for now. After you've gotten the money, then you now go for your real passion and your real purpose. I hope that I've been able to share my thoughts with you guys, and I hope it's been worth it. It's been worth it, and that you can definitely see how you can move your life to the next level, move your business to the next level, because it is all about this mind-blowing formula. Is a game changer. I've used it several times for myself, for all my clients, and for the people who have bothered one way or the other to listen to me. And then we have even turned it into a book. It is called the Individual Competitiveness Book. So you can lay your hands on it and get more information. Thank you for your time. Thank you for allowing me to bore you in this few minutes. And thank you, my Oga Abioye. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, boss. That was powerful. That was powerful. I love the fact that you just flowed along and I didn't even interrupt you with my lack of knowledge. I like the fact that your knowledge flowed across broad, and trust me, all our audience today are so delighted, are so grateful, and we are so happy that you could bring forth these timeless principles on how we can take our life, our career to the next level. And I really appreciate the way you ended it, in terms of letting people understand the fact that passion is good, but sometimes at some stage in our lives, passion is not everything. Okay, because sometimes we might end up being passionately wrong, or we end up being
Mm,
purposefully, because we left what is giving us livelihood in pursuit of what we are not sure of yet. But at the end of the day, it's very important that we ensure that we apply this principle and formula you shared with us today, which is understanding what we know, okay, and how we apply it, okay, and who we know and who knows us. When you say that, the question I asked myself, sir, was, Abi, who knows you? At least if nobody knows me, I know Mr. Ni Adensoya knows me. I can take that to the central bank.
Yeah. I just hope they don't arrest you there.
Trust me. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you. And I'm sure our vision partners in different parts of Africa, they are very grateful to you. The experience we had at the Lagos retreat, our friends from the Ivory Coast, from Ghana, from Benin Republic, even to today, they keep asking me, when is Mr. Nee coming to Ghana? And I said, don't worry, we are planning something big in Accra very soon. Yeah. So I really want to thank you on behalf of all our vision partners and our guests who are potential vision partners to be for this great knowledge you've shared with us today. And we strongly hope that when we call on you again, you'll be able to make another sacrifice, because I know you have like 5 things you should be doing right now, but you decided to put them aside to quickly talk to us. And thank God for technology. I'm in Abuja, you are in Lagos. And of course, I'm happy that network was really fed to us today. And we look forward to the great session coming up in Dubai. And we also hope that some of our people will be able to quickly catch in before the month ends, when the registration will be closed officially. Thank you so much. And before we even go, sir, just in about 60 seconds, just give us a summary what we should be expecting at the Dubai event.
Well, the Dubai event is basically to help people build businesses that will last up to a century. In this part of the world, we see a lot of businesses that dies when the owner dies because they don't have solid systems. And that's what we're trying to do with the think tank. It is not about just making money now. It's about making money in the next 10, 20, 25 years. And it's not about you making money as a CEO. It's more about your system making money for you, because when your system starts making money, that is when the CEO actually lives longer. And then it can even do a lot of things. But when the CEO is the one making all the money, doing everything, so before you know what's happening, and doesn't put a system in place, before, when he leaves, the business also dies. So that's basically what we do. And then along the line, we also know that no business can thrive without making money. Although that is not what we sell. That is not our USP. That's not our USP. Our USP is that we want to help you build a sustainable business. But one thing we figured out is that once we help you with the health of your organization, the health of your business, we realize that sales will always come. Money will always come. But what we're concerned about, like I said, is that this money must keep coming in the next 20, in the next 50 years. And that's what it's all about. And somebody once asked me that, have you ever done a business that is 50 years? Why are you trying to teach people on how to do business for 50, 100 years? Have you ever done a business that line? Well, we know the principles, we know what needs to be done. And also we glean from experiences. And that is why we have gone ahead to bring in 2 of my mentors and facilitators who will be there with us. One is Dr. Christopher Collade, and many of us is 88 years. And then many of us know that he has over 50 to 60 years experience in a corporate governance, and they're at the top level as an ambassador, as a CEO, as a chairman. He has that experience. And also we have Professor Party Toby. At the age of 27, he was a senior special assistant to the president. He was the CEO of a CEO of a multinational company, and then he's 65 now, and you can do your calculations. So when you bring those 2 guys together, you have over 100 years experience staring at you that you can glean from, and they can help you stabilize it. And that's what we're going to do in Dubai. And look at this, also in Dubai, it's not about teaching. It's more about brainstorming. It's more about strategizing. It's about rubbing minds with people who are businessmen, not people who are trying to build a business, but people who are already building businesses and already making the billions and the multi-million dollars, going to be in the same room 2 days, 3 days with you, and then all you do is to have drinks together, have tea together, and move together and brainstorm and try and calculate what business world will look like in the next 12 months so that we can all be prepared for the in eventual what's it called, the uncertain situation. And then those of
Yeah.
us who were there last year, we came back with a whole lot of results.
Mm.
COVID came, we didn't see it coming, but we were able to survive COVID. We were able to
Yeah.
not to survive. We businesses thrive, things went up so solidly for everybody who came around there. And then that's what we offer. We offer you sustainability and also growth, sustainability, and else when you come to Dubai with us to brainstorm.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Nia Desoya, for being our special guest at today's Discover Your Asset webinar powered by Lifestyle Asset Hub Limited. I want to congratulate all our audience today. I want you to do two things for me. If we have really added great value to you today, if you've learned so deeply from the deep wealth of knowledge from Mr. Nia Desoya, I would like you to please share share the replay link of today's edition, and of course, invite your friends and team members and every contact to be part of the next week's edition of the Discover Your Asset webinar. I will leave you with these two phrases by Mr. Niyi Adesoya. Number one, no results, no respect. If you want to be respected, you are better start what? Bringing out results. Okay, and he said something very profound in the course of his teachings today. He said, don't be predictable. For me, this is my greatest lesson today, because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, once I'm predictable, then of course that means I'm working for competition to do what? To cash in. Okay, so I should be less predictable so that when those idea comes out, I will have gone to broken grounds before the copycat will do what? Will take over. Thank you so much, Mr. Ani Adesoya. Thank you to all our guests. God bless you and see you next time. Bye for now.